your body drop, it's getting harder to grieve. So I pray to the Lord as I fall to my knees. I don't know, but the devil keeps on talking to me. But I'll stay 10 toes, he ain't getting to me. I wanna see my brother make it. I wanna see my dreams work, cause I chased it. I wanna leave the earth knowing I ain't faked it. Cause when you die, you have this money, you can't take it. God by my side, hope he gives me some patience. I'm every rap kid's dream of motivation. I wanna.
Welcome back, YouTube. It's your boy BeastModeSteven here, aka #KidFlyEver, and I'm back with another lit, yes sir, lit topic, y'all. And welcome back, y'all. Welcome back, y'all. I know it's been a minute, y'all. God, it is actually about to be 2024 soon. And like what was it? It's the 29th today, and 2 more freaking days, y'all. Wow. Now, let me get into this. I've been saying to y'all that I was going to get good quality 4K, that good quality camera. If I gotta be real with y'all, for the past couple of weeks, y'all, the type of phone I was using temporary, and this is to let you know that I don't really mess with, you know, iPhone like that, but the phone that I had was literally an iPhone 6. Literally this iPhone 6 right here. Garbage! It's going garbage, y'all. Like, I'm telling you, y'all, I couldn't even upload a decent video, y'all. Like, I was just so pissed, because I'm like, yo, this is what I love to do. I love to entertain. I love to drop lit bangers, you feel me? And with this iPhone 6 where I had temporary, I couldn't even upload a single content, y'all. But I had to get right with y'all. I really had to get right. I got the Note 9 Plus. Samsung Galaxy Note 9 Plus. So, where I'm at with y'all right now is to let y'all know we ain't doing this no more. 2024, we having good quality content, y'all. Y'all going to see my good, beautiful face, y'all. Like, we ain't doing this no more. Alright? So, I know, and also to add on, I know y'all been saying I haven't added to my main channel. Don't worry, y'all. Keep subscribing. Keep watching my previous videos that I have on my main channel. I will be uploading more lit content and beautiful contents on there, y'all. We ain't doing none of that bad quality content no more. We're not doing this in 2024, y'all. I had to upgrade, y'all. I had to elevate, y'all. And I had to do it for y'all. You feel me? So, in today's Friday Night Topics episode, y'all, we are definitely going to talk about, is it cheap for a man to take a woman to a cafe spot? I wanted to touch up on that. Is a man cheap for the first date to take a woman to a cafe spot? Is he cheap for that? Now, I asked another female this question, and her response was, no, he's not cheap for doing that. As long as he's putting the effort to show his appreciation and his love for that woman, he is not cheap for that. Now, if you guys disagree with me, comment down below. You guys agree with me? Comment down below. I want to hear all comments and feedback to this. Is a man cheap for taking out a woman, again, to a cafe spot as his first date? Or do you guys recommend something different, like bowling? Is he cheap for doing that? Let me know down below. Like to also mention, y'all, it's 2024. Like, honestly, y'all, if you're not purpose focused, like, start making some goals for the New Year's, y'all. Like, think about the old you. Think about the things that you used to do horribly this year, y'all. If it's financially, if it's elevating to a new job, if it's chasing, like, goals that you haven't even accomplished this year, start making your resolution this time of day. Not even this time of day. Before the New Year's, you only got 2 days left. Start making them goals now, because you got a lot to be grateful for. Like, a lot of things happen throughout the years. I'm talking about years that already passed, like 2022, 2021, 2020. You feel me? Like, not a lot of people are grateful to see a new year. So if you're grateful within the 2 days to see 2024, start making those New Year's resolutions, because you can only help yourself elevate by you doing it. Y'all, so let's get right into it, y'all. So, to be real with y'all, I do not think it's cheap for a man to to take a woman to a cafe spot, especially if it's his favorite spot that he's been going to. And I'm not saying his favorite spot that he takes other females, but his one spot that he goes just to relax, grab a good bite, whatever. Like, he knows the people that owns the, you know, cafe spot, you know. So the reason why I'm saying that I don't think it's cheap, y'all, is because in this life, you gotta realize that wise people like myself and other people, you know, we're gonna be looking at important things. The way you talk, your actions. If you can have a conversation about work all the time, about money all the time,
stop it. Get some help.
A wrong signal, you know? Especially if it's like, if a man brings you to a cafe and you're like, nah, like, I don't really, you know, why does it look cheap? Or why does a poutine, you know, cost, you know, only $4 3 much? I want like that advanced, you know, poutine. You know, I want to pay a poutine that's like $8, $9. I want him to pay this and that, you know?
This ain't no picnic, bitch!
So you gotta think about it. Like, if a person really thinks like that, because the menu on whatever cafe that he brings you to doesn't really match your flow, and you rather something very expensive rather than something that looks cheap, then you got an issue, you know? Because you should be grateful that people take their time of the day to actually take you to places, and especially if they're paying at their own pocket, y'all, and they're doing it from their heart, y'all. You should be grateful. You know, you shouldn't be picky to the point where you're like, oh, I don't like that cafe. Now, as a man, I can understand that you don't like going to that cafe because you're probably banned from it, or you probably did something in the past, or it gives you bad memories, whatever. I can understand that. You feel me? But if a person takes you to a cafe as a first date, you should be grateful, especially if you love food, y'all. For all my food lovers out there, you know? Because who doesn't like food? Especially if you're not paying for it. You gotta be grateful for it. You feel me? So you gotta take it in that when men take the time of their day to do this for a woman that they're really interested in, that they really want to get to know, and the woman doesn't really take the time to consider that he's doing all this out from the heart, and she goes on from being so picky to the point where it's just like, you really make the man so easy to be like, nah, this is not the woman for me. I got better options, you know? Like, it's not cheap, because you gotta be wise to looking from the bigger picture of what the person's trying to do. You feel me? So if the person's literally taking you out to one of his favorite spots, doesn't that ring a bell to tell you he probably values you in a certain place? Because especially if it's one of his favorite spots, he's trying to tell you something. He's trying to open a door to make you realize that this is something that's been a part of him way before you were even in the picture. You feel me? So for you to be that type of person, to be like, this is cheap, and I'm gonna be straight up. If I'm ever taking a woman out to one of my favorite spots and she says this place is cheap, I'm bringing you home. Not even fact, if I have a heart to bring you back home, you know, I could just tell you to bus it. You feel me? Or Uber or Lyft it. You feel me? But it comes to a point where I feel like nowadays, especially we're entering 2024, you gotta be grateful, y'all. You really gotta be grateful, because when you think about it, back in the day, like the 60s, 70s, you know, someone told me this valuably. Like, I feel like someone told me that men had to do less of what they had to do now. You feel me? Now, I was told that it's all about how heavy your pockets are, what you drive, and all that. And this generation is so messed up, y'all. Sometimes I pray to God that I could just go back to back in the day where things weren't that bad. You feel me? You feel me? So when I think about it, I'm just like, people really got to put the extra work in just to prove themselves. Why do you got to do that? If I'm taking you to a cafe, or any man, you know, is taking you to a cafe, and I'm not just talking about just man in general, but if you find a general woman who wants to take you out to a special place, don't call it cheap, because you don't know the sacrifice that person had to do throughout the day just to make time for you. It's all about time, because time, you don't get it back. You don't get it back at all. Once it goes forward, it don't go backwards. You feel me? So if you're that type of person that doesn't take the time to be genuine, to be respectful, you're also gonna make it easy for the person just to leave you.
I ain't scared of you motherfuckers.
No one's gonna want to go to a cafe that got flies flying around, that got a bad health inspection. Now, I feel that, I agree with that, you feel me? But I believe with a good heart that no man or no woman is going to take you to a place that has a bad rating when he's trying to elevate with you. You feel me? So if he's taking you to these places, it's going to be good. But if your mouth ruins it, that's on you. And you can't take it back. You know, once it's done, it's done. You know? Or once it's said, it's said. You know? So at the end of the day, you gotta really think about, you know, good, the place is cool, whatever, that's good. You know? But the whole focus about taking you to places as a man or a woman doing that, either way, you feel me? It's only to get the important things out on the table to see if it's a good match, you know? It's not about, oh, he's taking me to this place. Why are their drinks only costing this much? Why? And I'm telling you, if it's the first date, it's not easy for a lot of people to leave and not feel heartless, especially if you give them a reason, multiple reasons, you feel me? So don't be that person. Don't be that person. Your way of thinking, you know? If your way of thinking is negative, that's going to impact your positivity, your energy, the whole thing, you know? Especially for some women who take time, like an hour, 2 hours to get ready. Like, it says a lot. It says your interest. It says your respects. You know, you got to take that onto consideration, because people who are wise, people who care, they will see those things which matters to them. You feel me? Like, time, you know, again, it's something you can't get back. You feel me? So why not make it work the first time? You know, why don't you be positive, you know? Because when you're on that date, it's not about to cost, you know, this much or, you know, this much. You know, you can't be picky like that. You gotta understand as well, from a man's point of view, gas is not cheap, y'all. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Gas is not cheap. Like, it's, you gotta, like, especially like in certain parts of the world, like, you got people stealing gas because it's so not cheap. You feel me? So for a person to take a time out of their day wasting gas to take you somewhere, you gotta be grateful for that, because it's not cheap, especially if they're coming to pick you up and you don't drive and they're bringing you back home. If you're positive and respectful to them throughout the time that they're taking to the cafe and you're there, you know, because you gotta understand that it's time that they're investing in you to get to know you. You feel me? So if you're being that type of woman or that type of man to be negative, like, why do that and waste a person's time? You feel me? Especially gas that you're not even gonna pay back for. You know, some people do pay it back once they realize that person's not for them, but you're not always gonna find those people. If you are, you're lucky. But you gotta realize, you know, when a person takes you to a spot, especially a cafe, you know, it's not because they're trying to order the entire menu for you, because no person's going to do that, you know? Like, unless you really got it, and you really want to be taken advantage of like that, okay, go ahead.
Oh, he don't know nothing. His brains is under the end table.
Buy the whole menu. But a real person, especially like me, who's wise, I'm not going to buy the whole menu for a woman because I'm so, like, out of this world. I'm going to be in this world to get to know you for you and be a normal person about it. You feel me? And I'm not going to show off. You know, I'm going to give you the real me. And at the end of the day, like, some men would be like, take it or leave it. Or someone would be like, take it or leave it. You feel me? But it is not cheap to go to a cafe spot as a first date. You got to take it in, again, that the person is only showing you the real them. And if you're not respectful about it, then you can kick rocks. If you haven't been in a 3-year solid relationship or more, what say do you have if it's not coming from your pocket to be like, this place is cheap?
This bitch is crazy.
And much less, you're not even married to the person yet, and you're already trying to have a say that this place is cheap, that you prefer better because your standards are higher. No. If a man takes you to a cafe, or a woman takes you to a cafe, regardless, you know, be grateful. Be grateful, because you gotta be in that position to understand that does he check off these important things off your box? And I'm talking about real things. Does he have goals? Is he investing time in you? Is he respectful, loyal, honest, communication? And I'm gonna be real with you, I don't believe in that whole sign like that Leo, Taurus, all that garbage. Out the door. I don't believe in all that, you know. So at the end of the day, if you come as you are and you come as pure, you gotta be like, you gotta take into consideration how much effort and investment that takes for a man to really come out and be like that. Now I'm gonna give y'all advice. Trust is important. It's really important. But I recommend that people take time to really open up to other people. Don't just open up to a person right off the first day, first week. You know, give it time. Because opening up to a person, I believe, should really happen when you hit that fiancé stage. At least when things are very, very serious. And that you know that that person is not going to do you wrong. You feel me? So when it comes to you being in a cafe, like, discuss all these important things that actually matter. Well, don't discuss how much heavy your pockets are. Don't discuss how much, you know, you make within a year, all your T4 slips and all that. Or, like, don't discuss, like, come on now. Discuss what's real. Because if the person really cares about you, they're not going to discuss things that benefit them only. They're going to discuss things that benefits you and them. That makes sense, you feel me? So when it comes to taking a person to a cafe spot, this is the right, genuine place for it. There's other people there. So what wrong is he going to do? Is he going to kidnap you? Is he going to do something wrong, knowing that there's security cameras on the streets in every place that you go to? Like, think about it. If you're that type of person that prefers higher on the first date, you are going to fail. You are going to fail. And if a person is very stupid enough to be like, okay, all right, yeah, we can go to there. We can go to there. All right, I don't care about the man. We can go there. Like, use your head. Use your head. You know, because at the end of the day in this life, you're living to live longer. You're not living to live shorter. You know, at the end of the day, you don't know when your last calling is. But don't be that type of person to be taken advantage of. Be that type of person who's wise, who's understanding, who knows what you want. And I understand that some people have lists that are like, okay, if he doesn't have this amount of money, I'm not dating him. That is cool. Because they got options. People got options, you feel me? So it's really hard to find that genuine person. That's why taking that person to an affordable, reasonable place is not because they're cheap, but it's because they're putting right in front of you that there's something more important than just the place, you know? So if you're not taking that into consideration as a person and being wise about it, then you really don't deserve to be taken out at all. You feel me? You deserve to be in that lonely, quiet, miserable place, stuck with your list about how you think you should be treated like a queen, a princess, or a king, or a prince. You know, you should be that type of person, stuck in that position, and let's see how far it gets you. Because it won't get you far, you feel me? It won't. You feel me? So, again, y'all, I'm not going to hold y'all too up. It's Friday, y'all. Y'all should be enjoying y'all Fridays because you only got 2 more days to make your goals and literally think about what you're going to be doing to elevate in 2024, you feel me? But I'm actually excited to upload this content because it's been days, y'all. And I know. Like I said, I hate iPhone. I'm not an iPhone user. I appreciate y'all to tuning into episode 21. And there's going to be more episodes, y'all. This will be my last video for 2023, y'all. And I'm going to catch y'all next Friday, episode 2022, y'all. If you guys want something for me to talk about, y'all, just comment down below or hit me in my social medias where everything's going to be all down below and stay connected, you feel me? We're on the road to 100K subscribers, y'all. Make sure you hit that like button. And let's get this to 20K likes, 10K likes. At the end of the day, y'all, I appreciate y'all for tuning in to listen. And honestly, this is definitely just a start because we're not uploading bad quality no more. You feel me? 2024 is going to be different. You feel me? So let's get it. Let's go. I'm out. Gang.